Hey guys, what's up? It's Umbruhh here, and today I'm going to be talking about my impressions of the Destiny 2 beta. So, for about a week, the Destiny 2 beta has been around. It came out on the 18th for PS4 users, and it came out on the 19th for Xbox One users. So I played the Xbox One version of the game because I don't have a PS4 anymore, so far, the graphics look pretty good on Xbox One. Like, with Destiny 1, I never noticed a huge difference between the graphics on PS4 or Xbox One. The only way you could really tell a difference was comparing something like the PS4 to like the PS3, because there was a huge difference there. So, again, with Destiny 2, there isn't a huge difference, so it's still an enjoyable experience for those on Xbox One. So, when I first started Destiny 2's beta, I decided to make a Warlock character because in Destiny 1, the first character I made was a hunter, and I had a lot of fun with that. And then when Rise of Iron came out, I decided to main Titan. Now, I did make a Warlock too, but Warlock wasn't really my thing. Like, mages I kinda like, but it just felt slow and clunky, and I just wasn't enjoying it. I did like the Stormcaller subclass though. It was pretty fun when they introduced it in Taken King, so I made a Titan in Destiny Rise of Iron. So yeah, it was pretty fun. So Destiny 2. What I didn't like so far is that when I first started the game, you couldn't select your race or your sex. Now, that's something I didn't like, because in the beta, I remember how you could choose your race and your gender, which was cool. I rolled with a human male the first time because I'm boring. But when I go back to Destiny 2, I wish I could make an exo male, because exos are pretty cool. So anyways, I started with a Warlock, and the first thing I noticed... Now, I saw in the gameplay, like, this game visually looks pretty similar to Destiny 1. I mean, I know there's some people who complain how the game looks too similar to Destiny 1. Isn't that a good thing? Like, it's a sequel, it's supposed to be a successor and similar to the first game. I mean, like, hey, Call of Duty tried changing by going into the future, and their fans weren't too happy about that. They complained that it was the same game every year, but they tried something different, and still they're not happy. So, I mean, like, then again, I'm getting off topic. The game looked similar, but it felt kind of different. And one of the first noticeable changes I saw was the reticle. Now, the reticle was in Destiny 1 was like your typical FPS reticle. But the reticle, what that means is like the thing you aim with in an FPS game without aiming down the sights. Now in Destiny 2, I noticed it was a lot more akin to Halo, which makes it more easier and it makes not aiming down the sights more effective. I mean, aiming down the sights is still more effective, but aiming from the hip in Destiny 2 seems viable as well because of the new and improved reticle. That's just my opinion so far. And so what I noticed again about Destiny 2 is that it takes way too long to use any of your supers or your abilities. Like, I remember when I was playing some Crucible and with my Warlock, it took me at least the entire game to use Dawnblade, and I was kind of disappointed. Like, I mean, I guess they were doing it to make it more fair, like maybe they haven't optimized that, I don't know yet, but I will be kind of disappointed if this sticks with it in the full release. I know back in the Titanfall 2 beta, it took you really long to spawn a Titan, and they fixed that, and I'm hoping Destiny 2 will do the same thing. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. So, we only got to play one mission in Destiny 2, like Homecoming, and it felt kind of limited, the beta. Like, the only thing you could do after you do the first mission is Crucible and the Inverted Spire Strike. And I mean, it was a good strike, like, pretty fun, and the Crucible is pretty fun. The only modes you could play was Assault, or like the new mode they added, which is called Assault, I think. It's like the Assault game type on Halo, and Control on Endless Veil, which is the only map in the casual Crucible. But I know that on July 23rd, they added 1 hour access to the farm, which is the new Destiny 2 social space. I didn't get to see it because I was sleeping at the time and I'm lazy as hell, so I kind of missed out on it, and I'm still salty about that. And I tried out some of the other classes too, like Hunter and Titan, and as much as I liked how Warlock has improved in Destiny 2, I still don't really want to main it. And what I primarily like in an RPG or in a shooter is melee combat. And that's what I picked Hunter for, because back in Destiny 1, Hunter had a really cool melee class called the Blade Dancer. And so I kept on trying it out. Arc Strider just feels like a clunkier version of Blade Dancer. I mean, it's still fun, just not as fun as Blade Dancer, not as precise. I was never a huge fan of Gunslinger. I mean, it's good for PvP, PvE, I mean, well, PvP too, but it's just not that fun, in my own opinion. And when I played Titan, it was really good. Like, they've improved Titan a lot in Destiny 2. Like, Fist of Havoc feels like a whole new ability that they've added for the Striker subclass. So it feels like a whole new, like, subclass. I mean, it's still pretty similar, but with Fist of Havoc, instead of using Fist of Havoc once, you can run around hitting enemies, shoulder charging them, and using Fist of Havoc multiple times. So they've kind of reworked it to kind of like a melee class. And I've also played the new Sentinel class, which seems like a hybrid of Blade Dancer and the Defender subclass, because it's both melee. You can throw it you can throw your shield at enemies like Captain America. You're basically Captain America. You can go on the offense, go on the defense, and even throw your shield as a projectile. And it's a really fun class, and it's definitely my favorite new subclass that they've added in Destiny 2. Dawnblade is fun, but it just feels like a shittier version of Sunbreaker from Destiny Taken King. And Arc Strider feels like it's still fun, but again, it's a shittier version of Blade Dancer. So overall, I had a good time with the Destiny 2 beta. They didn't show us a bunch of things, but I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot in Destiny 2's release, and I'm really looking forward to it. Got it pre-ordered on Amazon, and I'm ready to go. Anyways, guys, I hope you all like this commentary. If you like this video, be sure to give a like if you like it. I also make Final Fantasy XIV content, Machinima's gameplays, commentary, so if you're into that, subscribe. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. You guys are awesome. Umbruhh out.